Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at the new terrain from Kill Team. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Patch up your wounded and abandoned ship with the new Kill Team terrain in Gallowfall. Calamity strikes in the final Kill Team expansion of the current season. The Gallodark, a space hulk that has survived and grown for many thousands of years, is being torn apart by the chains of explosions. Fuel tanks and reactors rupture in the wake of an Imperial prison barge slamming into its scarred flank. But it takes more than a few warbling hull integrity warnings to put off the intrepid Kill Team's intent on plundering this colossal space hulk. After receiving a distress signal from century-old Ironkin cerebral units, this Trans-Hyperion Alliance cruiser, Reach Far, has dispatched a salvage team to rescue their electronic cousins, unaware that a tribe of feral beastmen are in possession of these valuable artificial intelligences. So pretty cool picture here, just kind of showing off the escape pods and the little cells and everything. And then also the new Votann expansion sprue. And then of course the brand new Beastmen Kill Team. Kill Team Gallowfall comes with a full complement of terrain, including 2 sprues packed with all sorts of new doodads to fight over across the 9 new missions. With the Hulk in a state of rapid explosion deterioration, escape pods and medical equipment are now the hottest commodities going. As well as providing impromptu cover in a pinch, this new terrain features heavily in missions. For instance, you'll fight over the remaining escape pods and survive the rapidly disintegrating environment and escape the Hulk. These pods can only be jettisoned from the outside, leaving your kill team to draw straws to find out who gets to fly free and who needs to hold down the controls. So very cool. We have like these kind of like stasis chamber type vats, and then we have like some little medical kind of carts and everything. Another cart here with a bunch of different various tools and equipment. And then of course we have like a little safety bay right here, a little medical kind of operating table. And then we see, of course, the old escape pods have been brought back. And this time they have the addition of a little base mounted to them. So definitely very cool. I've always thought these things were super neat. And honestly, the addition of the little bottom piece makes them a little bit more stable and very nice. I like this terrain a lot. Enter Exit Escape Pod. So for 1 AP, an operative can perform this action while it controls an escape pod terrain feature that is initialized. If the escape pod is empty, remove that operative from the kill zone. It's now occupying it. If the escape pod is already occupied, place the occupying operative in the kill zone as close as possible to this operative. Unless the occupying operative is performing this action, end that escape pod. While an operative is occupying an escape pod, it can still be activated. It can only perform pass, enter, exit, escape pod, and launch escape pod actions. Treat it as being within triangle of that escape pod for the purpose of controlling it. So for 1 AP, you can launch the escape pod. An operative can perform this action while it controls an escape pod terrain feature that is occupied. Remove that escape pod from the kill zone. The operative occupying it has escaped. Even though many of the stasis pods found in the ships that make up the Hulk's patchwork construction have malfunctioned over time, there's still valuable information and goods to be found for anyone with a strong enough stomach to go prospecting amongst the aging remains of these unfortunate souls. Search Pod, 1 AP. An operative can perform this action while it controls an escape pod or stasis pod terrain feature. If there are less than 2 objective markers discovered, roll 1d6, adding 1 to the result for each other time this action has been performed during the battle. On an 8+, an objective marker has been discovered, and the operative is now carrying it. This action can only be performed at each terrain feature once. If the operative drops the objective marker, the pickup action can be performed upon it. Abandoned Ship works as superb grand finale, stitching together 2 Gallodark kill zones to create a race against time for the last remaining clutch of drop pods. As the game progresses, the powerful kin mining lasers slice through key structural points, and segments of the ship fall away, leaving nothing but the void in their wake. Ship in Ruin. The kill zone is divided into a series of column sections, see the mission map, that become ruined during the battle. Starting from section 1, at the end of each turning point, roll 1d6. On a 2 to 5, the next section is ruined. On a 6, the next 2 sections are ruined. If an operative is ever wholly within a ruined section, it is immediately incapacitated and removed from the kill zone. Regardless of any other rules, if an escape pod is ever wholly within a ruined section, it is removed from the kill zone. If an operative is occupying it, it is incapacitated as above. So pretty cool. Basically, every one of these sections is just one square on the board. And each turn, essentially one or potentially even two, if you roll a 6 of these, will become ruined. So you're essentially trying to like get away from that level, and then you're doing it at the same time as your opponent is kind of trying to do the exact same thing. So there should be some cool like battling and everything. Could be a pretty fun mission actually. All of this new terrain, the missions shown here, and 6 more, and 2 new kill teams can be found in the upcoming box set Team Gallowfall, which will be available for pre-order very soon. Join us here on Monday for a special kill team preview beamed in for the Warhammer Fest. Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now back to the video. So pretty neat overall. If you are into this type of missions, the kind of like narrative play and everything, I think Kill Team offers a lot. I do really like that they give you a bunch of narrative stuff, and then also you can play with the basics and keep it competitive. A lot of the extra sprues and extra little bits that have been in this season of Kill Team are very, very cool. And while I am a big fan of the terrain, I did find it rather redundant to give so much of the same terrain. And I would have liked to see like some variance in the different styles of walls and everything like that. It made it sound like there was going to be portions of the ship that were a little more alien or a little more chaos, etc. But in all reality, it was just all the same. And then there was like some cool accessory pieces. I'm a big fan of all the kill teams and everything like that. I understand there was quite a bit of disappointment with people that many of the factions, or really one per box, only got an upgrade frame. It was definitely rather strange to see them go through this entire season of Kill Team and still not get all of the original compendium teams redone. I love that they added in teams like Beastmen and stuff like that, and some of the new ones, the Arbites, etc. But the truth is, if you were already a Kill Team player or compendium player or 40k player or whatever, I think there's a lot more interest in giving people their actual bespoke kill team for each of the different factions in 40k rather than creating some new ones. I think it's neat that we have the Arbites. I think it's cool that we got the Beastmen. I'm not saying that those are bad by any means, but if I was one of the people, like say Nids, still waiting on my kill team, I would be a little disappointed that something like Beastmen got pushed in front of Tyranids. So sort of a strange direction that Games Workshop took this stuff. Obviously, Games Workshop's primary goal is to sell models and make these kits cool so people buy them. But I just think it's strange because when you have something like Beastmen, there's no like actual group of people that are like hardcore Beastmen fans. Or if there is, it's a very, very, very small group. As where if you look at, well, how many people are playing like Tyranids or interested in a Tyranid kill team, it seems like an obvious choice to put the more popular, more mainstream factions as a bespoke team in one of these box sets than it does to put Beastmen. I'm not saying that Beastmen won't sell box sets. I actually think they're really cool. Same with the Arbites, same with the Breachers, etc. All those kill teams are super cool, but there's way less people that are interested, in my opinion, in Breachers or in Beastmen than there are in something like Tyranids, etc. So strange decision. Doesn't seem like the best marketing, but maybe they have something planned to expand out the Beastmen or the Arbites. Maybe we have a brand new codex coming in 10th edition, and that's going to be Agents of the Imperium or something along those lines like we used to have. They could have some big plans behind the scenes that we don't see, but it is very strange that we have gone this far into the new edition of Kill Team and through the entire season without getting specifically Nids. Now, there's some other ones that didn't get them as well, but for me, that's the biggest one that stands out. So let me know what you think down below. Always like to hear back from you guys and get your opinions. It does seem very strange with how much attention we're getting in the new edition, 10th edition, towards Tyranids and everything, that they wouldn't kind of wrap up this season of Kill Team with Tyranids in the box set. But maybe they have a new box set for Kill Team planned with 10th edition, and maybe that's going to be another bespoke Space Marine team. And in that box set alongside the Space Marines is going to be some of the new Tyranid models or something like that. Or maybe they just wanted to wait until the new box comes out so that they could put brand new models in without kind of like taking away the luster with the Kill Team launch. Just spitballing some ideas here, but very exciting. Definitely looking forward to this one and the wrap here. Also looking forward to Kill Team transitioning out of the indoor setting. I really did like it. I've always been a big fan. I think it will continue to exist as a great way to play the game. But the truth is, the amount of the same terrain that we got in these sets has just been overwhelming. And I'm really looking forward to something different. I hope that in the next season, if that's what they're planning on announcing at Warhammer Fest, that they're not going to do the same terrain for 4 box sets again. Because if they do that, I think we're going to get to the point where I'm not buying all of the Kill Team boxes anymore because it's just too redundant. There was just way too much terrain. It had way too much prep work required to get it ready. And honestly, I'm just not sure I'm ever going to use 4 sets of the indoor terrain. So I really hope they come up with some super cool stuff or bring back some old discontinued stuff for the next season of Kill Team. So let me know what you're hoping for, what you're looking forward to, what you think the Kill Team announcement is going to be. Let me know what you think of this cool new terrain. Special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the video. Check out the link in the description to save 15%. And that's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and I love the little accessory griblies and stuff like this. I can't wait to paint them. And I'm out of here.